What's up, YouTube? You're watching Steel City MotoVlogs. I'm Derrick T, your host. It's Monday, August 18th, 2025. Out here on the morning commute, on the way to work. Teachers got one more week of training camp. Regular season starts next Monday. It's back to life, back to reality. I'm out here on my 98 Goldwing, the 1500 this morning. And I had some issues. I'm trying to put together a video. I'm trying to put together the video footage of what happened on Saturday when I went out. I went on a nice little 70-mile loop. Just me. Got out on the highway and did some riding, and about maybe 3/4 of the way through that ride, my 1800 got a flat tire. What I was thinking, I had probably picked up a nail or something like that. That actually isn't what happened. The valve stem on the front tire broke. I don't know how it became broken, but I noticed it when I was going to, I was on an exit. I was going from one interstate to another interstate, and you know those interstate ramps can curve pretty steep. And so when I leaned into the curve, I noticed the bike started acting funny, and so I kind of went upright just a little bit just to kind of get rid of that feeling. And then when I got back on the road, on the straightaways, it seemed to be fine. Although gradually the handlebars started acting a little weird, and so I got off at a gas station, and then when I noticed at low speed, the handlebars weren't acting funny. They were just downright hard to turn, even at low speed. And so, you know, that kind of gave it away. But I was able to finagle some I was able to finagle some air into the tire, kind of jimmied it around a little bit, put a little duct tape on the valve stem, and was actually get the bike home without having to tow it from where I was at, because I was a good still maybe 20 or so miles away from home when it happened. And so I was really praying I didn't have to get a tow truck from that far out, because that mileage starts to add up pretty quickly. But I did manage to finagle a little bit of air into the tire where I could get home. I rode home with my four-ways on the whole way and kind of stayed to the side of the road, and you know, was able to get home safely. And so the 1800 is down this morning with a flat tire, although I'll be getting that valve stem. The tire is good, the valve stem is bad. And so I actually ordered a valve stem online. That should be getting to me either today or tomorrow. And then I'll get the bike. My plan is to get the bike towed to my guy. That's what AAA is for. Because now I'm within range where the tow is included with the service. When you're 20, 30, 40 miles away from home, you only get something like 15 miles, and then it, you know, they start to charge by the mile after that. And so at least I'm within range where I can get that tow, and it's, you know, the expense is very minimal, because my wife and I, we pay for AAA for our cars. So we added the RV coverage, and the RV coverage is not just for campers and that kind of thing, but it's for all kinds of recreational vehicles, including motorcycles. And then I also have the roadside assistance with my insurance as well. And so we'll be getting the bike, I'll be getting the bike over to Brian, where he can change that valve stem for me and get it back up and running. So I'm on the 1500. today, and I'm literally I'm riding down the street and I'm riding it like I'm on the other bike, and it's making me feel like one of those bad parents that would say something to their child like, why can't you just be like your brother? Because I'm gunning the throttle looking for 1800 torque that just isn't present on this bike, which was never a problem. I mean, I've had this bike for 4.5, almost 5 years. 5 years, essentially. I've never had that problem before. It's just now that I'm riding a different bike on a regular basis. When I go to ride this one, I got to remember this one has its own character. It's almost like I remember when I first got this bike. I'm not going to say I had remorse. Well, this was the remorse. I don't have remorse over the new bike at all. But no, the remorse that I experienced coming off of a Yamaha V-Star onto this one was that Yamaha V-Star had Cobra exhaust pipes, and I mean that thing was loud and obnoxious. It was 50 shades of obnoxious. I mean, it was loud. And I went from that to a Goldwing, essentially silent. I thought there was something wrong with the bike. Like when I first bought it, I thought that there was something wrong with it until I pulled up on a group of guys who were riding Goldwings, the same generation as this one. And I asked them, I said, do you all have issues with your exhaust? And they laughed at me because I just didn't know any better. I didn't know the Goldwing mystique at that particular time. I was brand new to the machine, and you know, that's kind of how that went down. I felt better after that, and I haven't really had a problem since. But yeah, that I'm definitely kind of like feeling a little bit of something when I'm riding this one. I'm like, what's wrong with this bike? And there's nothing wrong with the bike. It's just not the other one. And that's been a little bit of an adjustment for me, or whatever. But yeah, I am gonna put that video together. Honestly, there's not much to tell about it because, you know, I was riding, and then I pulled over at the gas station, and it just there's not really anything major, earth-shattering, and I thank God for that, actually, because if I had to get a flat tire out on the interstate going 70, 80 miles an hour, I'm glad it was in the form of a slow leak and not a blowout, because that could have been a really dangerous situation. And so I'm thankful that it's not anything more than that, and that I was able to get home safely. So that's it for now. Like I said, I'll see if there's anything noteworthy, you know, as far as posting a video about it. I got to go through my memory cards and go back and review the footage. I don't really think I said or did much on camera at that point, just because I was kind of in my feelings a little bit about how or if I was going to make it home from where I was at, and what the next move was and everything else. I kind of wasn't really interested in recording. So we'll take a look. I'll take a look and see if there's anything there. But I'll also keep you all posted on the repair status as well. What I'm probably going to do is go on and put a new pair of shoes on that Goldwing, because I do want to dark side it. I am going to order a dark side tire, and probably go on and replace the front tire as well, probably sooner than what I had originally intended to do, but it is what it is. All right, I'm gonna get going for now. You're watching Steel City MotoVlogs. I'm Derrick T. You all be safe, be careful out there, and I'll see you all on the next video.